Hey guys, I'm back here again. I thought I'd do a quick video here for you detailing like new and old chainsaw chains. The machine we have here was the chainsaw that we just got done doing the work for the customer here, and he's coming over here shortly to pick it up, and I just want to do a quick follow-up video detailing the actual chain on the machine, because this customer bought the machine used secondhand at a pawn shop, and unfortunately they didn't know the history of the machine prior to them purchasing it at the pawn shop, and their chain was not cutting properly, and the guy kept on saying he couldn't figure out how to put the bar and chain back on correctly out there for that, and he was also saying the chain wouldn't cut good out there as well too, so that's why he primarily brought it to us over here for that. And we installed a Silver Streak chainsaw chain on this one right here. I just want to show you what it looks like here and what the part number is on here, because we're a Stens dealership over here, and we can actually buy parts directly from Stens right here. This is their Silver Streak type right here. There's the logo. This one is the part number. I'll show you the part number right here. Made in China, and the part number right there as well too. Part number 0943567 right there for that. Drive links 56, and the pitch is 3/8 LP. Gauge is .050. That's what it is right here for this chainsaw chain. And this is the Husqvarna 240, I believe, right here for that. So that's the Husqvarna 240. There's your information on for that right there. They do have the information on these chainsaws for your specific called chain type on there as well too, because they have it in the back underneath your trigger housing right back here. So I'll show you that right now as well too. So here's your information right back here. They have a lot of stuff right back here on the side here. It has like 14. Let me see if I can get a better shot here before you can see it. There you go, right back here. This is where your information will be for your chainsaw chain itself. This one right here has a specific, let me see if I can get a better shot here before you start by the lighting out here. 14, 16, and 18. The 14 is 52 drive links. The 16 is 56, and the 18 is 62 drive links right here for that. And they just have that information or for that specifically for that. This is the Husqvarna 240 chainsaw right here as well too. And we'll show you here. Here's a new chain on here. I'm gonna get a better shot here for you guys. Sorry about the lighting out here. I was trying to make a video out here while it was almost around 12 noon, so to have the best overall lighting out here for that. The old chain, one of the quickest ways to test a chain, not to see how it's functional, is just take it out there and go cut through some wood. And if it's like throwing out powder out there for that, and it's having like real fine powder out there when you're cutting through the wood, more than likely your chain's dull and it needs to be replaced or sharpened. Me personally, I recommend either replacing them as opposed to sharpening them, because we had a bad incident over here one time where I took our chains, I think we had about 3 or 4 chains, and we had a guy that we were using before, and the guy did a botched chainsaw job, and what happened was we put the chain back on the machine, and it was actually cutting worse than it originally did over here for that. So I personally recommend replacing the chain as opposed to sharpening from that point on. The main thing is to do a quick test to make sure the chain is okay. I recommend putting your finger on the front of the actual cutting edge right here. You have your teeth right here. I'll show you that right here, guys. You have your teeth right here for the actual chisel piece right here. And what you want to do is just put your finger, just run your finger over the top edge. Don't do enough where you're gonna cut your finger on it. Don't do that. But you just want to put it, because the chain, if it's good and sharp, it should be dragging on your finger right here for that. See how my fingers, it's like dragging right on the top there. That's a quick way to test out the sharpness and functionality of the chain as well too, because these chains have to be periodically tightened on the bar, and you should also verify they are still sharp over time. And the other thing is, if it starts getting brown on the front leading edge of the actual chainsaw chisel area, like this one was, this is the one off the guy's machine right here. I'm just gonna get a better shot here for you. Let me see here. I'm gonna just flip this around here a little bit. Sorry about the. I'm gonna do this one hand out here for that. I'm saying get a better shot of some of these teeth. This one right here, you can just take a better shot here for that. It's getting, it looks like it's, I'm gonna call the front edge of the chisel area right there for that. It looks like it's, getting jagged edges on there, and it's like a little bit brown on there as well too. It's not digging into my finger on here like the other one is. So that's the one of the signs right there. The chainsaw chain is not going to be cutting too good on here for that. They start getting rounded on the front end of your chisel area right here, and because of that, it's not going to cut, and it's not going to provide a good efficient cutting pattern on the actual wood you're going through. It's going to cause more of a labor inducing on the chain. It's not cutting efficiently, and it's going to be putting more drag on the engine right here for that. So if you just want to do a quick and dirty way of testing out your chainsaw for functionality and how efficient it is and how sharp it is, just run your finger over the front portion of the chisel area right here. That's the front leading portion, the angular piece right here, and that'll tell you if it drags on your finger, it's usually sharp. If it doesn't drag, and you can basically put your finger right over top like I'm doing right here, that's telling you the chain needs to be replaced or at least sharpened right there personally. So I recommend personally just replacing a chainsaw chain. This thing's only about, this is a Silver Streak one right here. These are only about, I think about 12 to 15 bucks from Stens, and they're relatively good. So this is a non-kickback one. It does not have any kind of anti-kickback stuff on these drive links on here for that. So it's a non-kickback, so it'll be cutting the wood better out there as well too. So it'll cut the wood better. It'll function more efficiently, and it'll provide less drag on your engine as well too for that. So keep that in mind. Just do a quick way to check out your sharpness of your chain. Just put your finger over top, and if it starts dragging on your finger right there for that, that's one quick way of knowing your chain is still sharp, or it's still sharp, and it does not need to be taken off, ground down, or replaced out there as well too. So just go along and check it. I'd say check about 10 of them on it. Just keep on spinning around, and as long as it drags on your finger, it should be perfectly fine, guys. That's just all my quick and dirty things we do before we actually check out a chainsaw over here, because unfortunately we get a lot of chains over here and off the chainsaw. The customer doesn't disclose all the certain facts about their use out there, and we had guys hitting stumps with I'm gonna call pieces of metal and stuff like that, and like nails and other stuff in there, and they don't disclose that, or they're out there cutting dirt or something like that, and they got their chainsaw real close to the dirt, and the dirt will really screw up your chain on there as well too. So just do a quick and dirty way of checking out your chain. Just put your finger over the top, and if your finger drags on it and catches on it, it's still sharp. You have a nice sharp edge on there for that. If you have a chainsaw chain that looks a little bit like ragged on the end on there, like this one right here, the front leading edge, like I said before, it is looking ragged and jagged on here. It's my finger's basically going right over top it right here. I can just put it right here, no pressure. It's going right over top here, and that's one way to test it out before you actually want to take it off and replace it possibly. And we did install this new one here this past this morning, and we were testing it out down here. So this is what the called the wood chip should look like on a brand new chainsaw that's in good functional, great condition. Wood chips look great. They're nice and thick down here. They're not real small powder or anything else like that for that. So we're down there cutting up this stump I got in my backyard over here, and it went through it like basically butter. So it worked perfectly fine, and the chainsaw chips look great for this one specific saw. So that's everything about the chainsaw. I can try to touch base with on the actual chain portion of it, guys. So if anybody has any comments, questions about this one specific aspect, feel free to leave me a message here. And if I didn't explain something in depth or detail or something on there, or if you want to buy one of these Silver Streak chainsaws, I'll go ahead and put a link at the bottom of the page, and you can possibly purchase one of these things on eBay or some other website that has still products, or I mean Stens products out there for that, guys, for your Husqvarna 240 chainsaw. I'll see you guys. Have a nice day.